Hi folks, it's Danny at Bradley James Classics, and I'm bringing you a rather unmistakable image of a lovely Mini Cooper from 1968. Now the car itself is rather special. It's been completely restored and it comes in fantastic condition. You've got to be careful of these old Minis. They were partial to a little bit of rust, as we all know. However, you will be extremely happy with this lovely restored example. It looks as nice underneath as it does on top, really. It's rather lovely. So the car has got a very interesting story. Now for starters, I've just described it as a Mini Cooper, but of course I've got Mini Cooper S on the back here. And so it's just worth mentioning that this car, as per the British Heritage Certificate that I have here, did start life as a Mini Cooper. And here we have the information which you get from the record who issue these certificates. So it started life as just a Mini Cooper, which would have meant it had a 998cc engine, where the Mini Cooper S, which this car has ended up as, did have some differences, and mainly it was a larger 1275 engine, twin carbs, disc brakes, bigger tank, and 100-mile-an-hour speedo, and the list goes on. However, when this car was restored, the opportunity to make it a Cooper S arose, and therefore the car does have the correct wider wheels. It has a nice set of Advan tyres on, which are absolutely ideal for this little Cooper. So it has the disc brakes, it has the larger tank, it has the 100-mile-an-hour speedo, and you'll probably notice from those straps on the bonnet and the Y-Pack spotlights, it's been done really to replicate the Italian job car, or one of them anyway, because as you remember, I think they were a red, white and blue set in the film. So this one has been reshelled as well, and it has some lovely photographs in the history file which show the bare shell prior to it being repainted in its original Snowberry white with black interior. So it has got a high compression 1275cc running on a single SU carburetor. The suspension was set up by a Mini specialist for fast road use, and just to show you how nice it is under here, and you can just see, as I get up close, some of the detail here. The car was rebuilt with a Mark III body shell, where of course this would have started life as a Mark II. So some of these variants do affect its ability to be the same sort of money as a Cooper S, which come out of the factory as a Cooper S, and those cars are changing hands for remarkable sums. And if it has any provenance, i.e. Paddy Hickok was behind the wheel one day, you could find that they are selling for, well, sort of almost art collector money. However, this one does represent excellent value, because at this price point, that's pretty much what it would cost you to have your old Mini restored, and it probably wouldn't be a Cooper S with all the right bits. The car does look fabulous. It gets commented wherever it lands. People love them, and I've got to say, I'm very keen on the little Mini Coopers myself. Iconic car, and they're very much a part of British motoring history. Now, if you can handle the fact that this has been converted to a Mini Cooper S with some of the changes that I mentioned earlier, then you will be saving yourself an absolute ton of money, because Cooper S's in this condition, well, I'm just absolutely amazed how much people just pay for ones which are dragged out of garages, and they're effectively buying a logbook, because they need to be completely rebuilt and reshelled, and every square inch of them needs painting and welding. So you'll see that it's completely retrimmed inside. You've got the seats are like new. There's a lovely headlining, All these door cards are wonderful. There's that 100-mile-an-hour dashboard that I mentioned, and the car is reading 82,000 miles. Now, obviously with cars that have been restored, we're never quite sure what the genuine mileage is because it's got a different engine from when it was built, but it's wonderful. It does have a motor liter steering wheel in, which really suits this car very nicely, and it also has had brackets in here to make the seats sit back a little, so it makes it really practical. It's in exceptional condition inside and out. It drives wonderfully well. It's equally as clean under the engine as well, and I'm going to show you under the engine bay. I will be taking some photographs, and you're going to be very happy with what you see because the car is absolutely lovely. So watch out for some photographs of the engine bay. But as I say, it is set up for fast road use, so the suspension is lovely. The car drives really well, very much a free-flowing revvy engine, and you will have nothing but huge fun driving this car. Well, the car is available for inspection and test drive here down in Hampshire. All our cars leave us with a thorough check over in our own classic car garage. We will also supply the car with a fresh 1-year MOT, and you'll notice from previous MOTs the car hasn't had a great deal of use, and therefore the ability for it to deteriorate after its full restoration has been limited. It's worth pointing out that it does have a performance exhaust, if you can just see that there, and that sounds lovely. It goes really well. It's in stock now here at Bradley James Classics. We always have a lot of questions when we sell cars like this, so please get in touch with any questions you have. Hopefully my introduction will give you our honest appraisal of this car and finding out the history of it, starting life as a Mini Cooper 998, ending up as a Mini Cooper S. Well, Mini Coopers in their own right are worth rather a lot of money, but to have one which has got the same running specification of the Cooper S, I think makes it very special, and I think it makes it an affordable Cooper S which has been fully restored, and I think it's going to be in this good condition for many years to come because it's got excellent paintwork. It's rock solid underneath. The photographs of the shell when it was restored are all there, that demonstrate how well the shell was prepared before it was painted. I think you're going to be very impressed with what you see, and it is for sale now. Well, thank you for watching my video, folks. If you need any more information, please get in touch through the usual channels, and I will be delighted to assist you with any questions you may have. Well, this is Danny at Bradley James Classics signing out, and thank you very much for watching my 8-minute video on the 1968 Mini Cooper, and it should be a Mark II, but it's got a Mark III shell. So thanks, folks.